Hi there, it is design time. Welcome guys in Efficient Graphic Design channel. And what we want to do today is make text appear behind persons or objects like you can notice in the image. We make the text appear behind the person in a great way. To show you how to do that, let's jump in Photoshop. But before we begin, if you don't have the Adobe Photoshop installed in your machine, I place the link in the description below where you can download the last version of Photoshop for free. And if you have any problem installing the software, just leave me a comment and I will help you. So to get started, let's open the image. Like you can see now, we zoom a little bit in the image. To make the person part very clear, we go to the quick selection tool. We will use the quick selection tool. We choose the +1 and we change a little the size. We make it a little bigger and the hardness of the tool, and we begin our selection. We begin our selection with the body, with the feet, and we go to the head. First we make our general selection and after we will make it more perfect in a good manner. So we zoom, we make more zoom, and we come back to the quick selection tool. We make the tool very small and with no hardness, and we select this part of the cap which was not selected before the first time. We continue our selection. Like you can see, we have to eliminate this little part here. So we go to this tool and we choose the minus option and we try to eliminate this part here. Like you can see, we eliminate it, like you can notice. Now the head is selected in a very good way, like you can see here in the hand. We have to remove this part. Another time we choose the minus option and we try to remove this part here. We make the tool size a little bigger and we try to remove this part here, and the head now is selected in a very perfectly way. We have to remove this part here also. Remove it to get a great selection. Now this part, we have to remove it. We try to remove this part also. Remove it with the minus option of the quick selection tool. We come back to the +1. We add this part here from the hand. And like you can notice now, the up part of the body is selected in a perfect way. We'll go down now. We have to remove this part here because we want to select just the person and not a part. Any parts of the background shouldn't be selected. So we remove these parts here. Like you can see, we make the hardness 0 and we make the size a little smaller, and with the minus option we eliminate the parts from the background we don't want to be selected. We have to add, come back to the +1 and we add these little parts here. We want them to be selected. We eliminate them, like you can see. We go to the feet now. We will try to select the shoes. in a good manner. Like you can see, we select the choose. We go to the left one, we continue our selection. Choosing the plus option in this time. We don't have here any part to eliminate. To choose the -1, we seal with the +1. And when we zoom back, we see the selection is very good. And of course, we are satisfied with these results. We go to edit and we choose copy. And we come back to edit and we paste it. Like you can see now, a new layer is up of our background. When we make the background or the original image of the selection, you can notice it is very clear. We have two layers now. We have the layer, the first image in its original state, and we have our selection. Now we choose the text tool. We will create the text now. We delete the default text and we type our text. For example, we will type fast. We select the text and we change the size, we make it a little bigger. You can notice the font, we use the font Aries bold. We position a little the text where we want. Like you can see now, we go to our layer, we position the text and we go to our selection layer and we make it up and the text in the middle. Like you can see now, we have three layers, the original one in down, the text in the middle, and the selection is the first one at the top. And like you can see, we have the effect we want. We have the text behind, like the text appears behind the person. Now we go select the layer text and we go to effects, gradient overlay. We will add a gradient overlay to the text. Like you can see, the gradient overlay effects window is opened. We choose the colors we want. We pick this color here. The first color, we pick this one here. And for the second color, we remove this third color in the middle. We don't need it. We need just two colors. We will remove this one. And we will remove also this color. We will keep just two colors. We choose this blue color from the background and we click OK. So like you can see, the gradient overlay is applied on the text. We can change the opacity and we change the settings here until we have the results we are satisfied with. In the case of the gradient overlay, we change a little the scale. That's good. We can inverse the gradient, can let it in its normal case. We have a lot of settings here to set up if we want. Until we have our results, we click in OK. Now the effect is applied. We go also in effects and we will choose this time the drop shadow effect. Now we will drop a little shadow to make the text look very realistic and very great. We can also make a lot of settings here, and every time it depends on the kind of image or text we want to add the effect. So we change a little the opacity to see the results. That's very good, I think. Okay, I think I'm not very satisfied with this draw shadow effects I made, so I think I should come back and change a little the settings here. So I come back to the drop shadow effects. I will change a little the size of the drop shadow, or the opacity. Sorry, it is the opacity here. I change the opacity. Okay, I make these little changes to make the results more great. And like you can notice, this is our final results. Very perfect, very professional. Okay guys, I wish you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to get the tutorials coming up. And if you have any issues, leave a comment and I will reply. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorials.